What's going on, and welcome to the show. Thanks for tuning in. We decided we was gonna pop up on you guys and give you all a quick show over here. Not really a quick show because it's still gonna be like an hour, but you know what I'm saying. We haven't been doing this for a while. What's going on, Sarone? How you doing?
I'm over here living life in North Carolina.
What's going on over there in North Kakalaka?
A lot of rain pending. Well, a couple weeks ago, it was like a pending hurricane that was going to pass through.
Yeah.
And out of nowhere, it's been hot. I'm happy that it's actually the weather is now changing now.
Yeah. You said it's changing. Oh, fall, of course, right? So, but let's be honest, because I was born in North Carolina. Is it really like fall in North Carolina? It still be mad.
Yes, it is.
Oh, really?
Because the other day it was like in the hundreds, and now in the mornings I'm like, oh,
yeah.
I see the difference now.
See, you already know it's been like that here from like the beginning of August. It's like fall. In the Northeast, fall is like August. Like you'd be waking up, you'd be like 55 degrees here.
Well, we don't get that over here. No. If we got that over here in North Carolina, everybody will be outside.
They wouldn't know what to do, right?
And yeah. Well, it's been good though. It's been
shout out to North Kakalaka.
Yes. All right. So we're just gonna jump straight into it now.
Wait, hold on, real quick though. What's been going on with you? Because you and I haven't even talked like on a regular basis. We check in like every 2 weeks or something because we've been busy.
Life has been lifing.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what you been up to though? What's going on?
And I started school.
That's right.
Yeah. So, but it's actually not bad though.
Yeah.
So because this doctoral program so far so good.
Yeah.
It's been pretty legit.
Yeah.
Went to Florida for a couple weeks to enjoy, some beach weather.
Yeah.
So it's been pretty good.
All right.
It's working.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about yourself?
Man, I've been crazy busy. Well, my day job is education. Semester started back up, so it's crazy. And 7-year-old school just started, so that's crazy. Working on season 2 behind the season 3 behind the scenes. I know I'm backing us up to season 2, season 3 behind the scenes. So it's a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually just glad to be doing this show. It's so funny because when the show is not on the air, right, and we have a break, I'm like, I'm so glad that I don't have to do that behind the scenes. Like, you know what I'm saying? In my mind, I'm like, so glad I don't have to work behind it because I have this other stuff. But then something happened and I'm like, dang, I want to talk about that. I could talk about it. Like, we could have a conversation about this, right? And so I'm just glad that we're doing the show because a lot of stuff has happened. So
yeah.
Now we can just jump right on into it.
A lot of stuff is happening. Now we're going to skip around a little bit. We're going to talk about Nicki and Cardi beef. Now, I had no idea this was a thing. I really thought that this was something late. But what's going on with these two?
No. Well, I'm a huge Cardi B fan. Everybody know I'm a huge Cardi B fan, right? And everybody know I'm not a huge fan of Nicki simply because I was a huge Little Kim fan back in the day. So, whatever. But it's not like I don't like her. Like, I'm not one of those crazy, and I'm gonna call them crazy because their ass is just crazy at this point, right? The stands, right? The barbs. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy at this point. But anyway, I don't dislike her to that degree. Like, I can't stand. I just like Cardi B. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But anyway, long story short, they all were at an award show recently. Nicki Minaj was the AMAs. Nicki Minaj was actually hosting VMAs. Was it the VMAs or AMAs?
Yeah, no, VMAs.
It was one of the two. If you know in the comments, let me know. But I think it was the VMAs. Yeah. And Nicki was hosting and she was performing. Nicki and Cardi, not Nicki, Cardi and Megan were both performing Bongos. Love that song, by the way. I don't care if y'all don't like it. I love it. They're performing. Cardi B and Megan performed, and they bounced. But anyway, we found out behind the scenes that thanks, sis Stacy, that it was the VMAs, like you said, Tyrone. Anyway, behind the scenes, come to find out, like they were like threatening Cardi B behind the scenes, allegedly. They were like threatening her behind the scenes. Nicki Minaj's crew, husband, whoever, Kenneth Petty, his Petty. Yeah. Anyway, and so it got back to Offset, and Offset DM'd one of Petty's, Kenneth Petty, I believe is Nicki Minaj's husband name, DM'd him and was like, not him, one of his friends, and was like, yo, what's good? Like, why are you coming at a woman? You know what I'm saying? And so that's how the whole thing started up. You had Nicki Minaj's husband and them outside because now they were upset that Offset DM'd them. Of course, he ended up on house arrest for 4 months because he didn't even have enough common sense to know you can't threaten somebody on live. He was on live telling somebody to plan their funeral, on live saying that.
But my thing though, what caused all of this to even begin in the first place? Like that would be my thing. Like why?
It's just Cardi B and Nicki Minaj, they never clicked. You know what I'm saying? Nicki, I'm not being shady when I say was. I'm saying was, is, however y'all want to say it. She was, let's say it like this. She was the only female rapper out for like a good 10 years. There was no one else. There was no one else out. There wasn't. And so she was it, right? And so she, you know, but then when all these other girls started coming in, Meg and Lotto and Cardi, she, you know what I'm saying, rightfully so, she was feeling a certain type of way. She's like, I'm the queen, I'm the this, I'm the that. But they're like, nah, like we can all be up here, we can all do this. And so there's always been this beef, like if, and this is just what I see. And, you know, if everybody says it, everybody's not lying. Like if you're not sucking up to Nicki Minaj, she has a problem with you.
Interesting.
And so we know Cardi B is not that girl. Cardi B is not sucking up to anybody.
No.
And so, but yeah, and so because of that, they've never clicked. But
so all because of that happened now. That's why the thing that happened with Offset with the plane and a whole bunch of other stuff. So all of this is looming from the VMAs.
Yes. No, it's more than that though. It goes deeper than that. Like this has been going like there's some stuff that I can't even say on this show that because I think I know I told you behind the scenes that I can't even say here because we will get flagged. But
yes, and we're not
like,
gonna get flagged.
You know what I'm saying? But it's bad behind the scenes. Like it's really bad. You guys will go look it up. Like you could probably find it online. Like it's bad. Like the stuff is bad. And so it's literally going too far at this point. And it's just not good.
Okay.
They taking it back like it's turned like it's like Biggie and Tupac. Like it's just not that serious. In the what we 2023 is not that serious. Everybody's out there making money. It's just ridiculous at this point.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna leave them to feud it out, and then when something happens, we will report on it. Because I do believe that Nicki and Cardi will always be at it, and then they're going to involve other people. Yeah. I think for them to just sit down and work it out however they see fit.
This Nicki and Cardi beef is literally gives me Lil' Kim and Foxy Brown vibes. Like they've never made up to this day. They've never even been in the same, like, it's just crazy. Never made up to this day, ever. And it would have been so hot back in the day. Of course, they were on like some features together, but it would have been so hot for them to be on a song together back then. So can you imagine how hot it would be if Nicki Minaj and Cardi B hopped on, aside from Motorsport, because that was, I believe, Quavo, Offset, one of their songs. But they did like a real song together. Like it would be hot, and it would be like I actually thought at the VMAs they were gonna come together. I was like, people thinking it's still beef. And I was like, the VMAs, they should all just come together, come out and just like do something. Even if it's fake, just for the fans. Like, so we can kind of like shut it down here so the fans still not thinking, no, you know what I mean? So kind of like simmer it down, but nah, they're not doing that.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna go to something else, something that we don't have right there. But Usher is gonna be playing at the Super Bowl. Now, do you think that Usher was the best fit? And if you're in the comments listening, let us know if you think that Usher was the best fit. And do you think that he's going to do a really good job at the Super Bowl? Now, I'm looking forward to the Super Bowl because at least I know there's going to be dancing.
Yeah, yeah,
It's not going to be some lackluster
yeah.
performance.
Vanilla performance, mayonnaise,
Exactly. It's going to be
unseasoned,
something that you can really get into.
bland.
Like one of my favorite Super Bowl performances was actually Katy Perry
Oh,
because she brought out that fake tiger thing, and it was really animated, and
is
it
that Roar song?
yeah,
Roar?
roar, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
The
okay,
lot
okay.
spot of the tiger,
Yeah,
something, something, something.
yeah,
Like, like it was really good. It filled up the space, and it was interactive. It
yeah.
wasn't just somebody up there singing. And even one of my other favorites was J Lo.
And
When she
Shakira,
did,
and Shakira.
yes, it was like they danced their butt off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All right, for a second, let's go to the comments. Um, let's see what Tia said. He deserves it. I
Usher,
agree. Yeah.
Usher.
And then we have someone who says not for the Super Bowl. So
Ooh,
you know
Aaron, not for the Super
that's
Bowl.
okay.
Mhm.
Everybody has their own thing, but I think he's been around
Yeah,
long enough
yeah,
to be deemed, I would say, probably an icon in the R&B world.
yeah, yeah,
Like he's been around. Like I know that during the pandemic they were doing these verses,
yeah.
and the rumors were floating around that they wanted for Usher and Jaheim, and I'm like,
Was it? Well, I thought it was Usher and Chris Brown.
it was supposed to be
Jaheim,
Usher and Jaheim,
Ja,
and I'm like,
ja, Jaheim ain't got no.
like like Jaheim
Ja,
only has like 5 hit
wait,
songs.
What Jaheim? Is there another Jaheim? No, I'm not being funny. Is there another
No, the
Jaheim? I
old
don't.
Jaheim, the one that had that what is talk about, like put a woman first.
First of all, it's already bad if we trying to think of one.
Like he had this like put a woman first or something to that effect. I'm like,
it's already it's already bad if we trying to
you know what I'm
think
saying? Like
of.
all Usher had to do was just sing 5 songs off one album. Now, if he did the entire uh Confessions album part one, like
Yeah,
he's done for.
the only person Usher could do a versus against, in my opinion, would be Chris Brown.
Mm.
That would be pretty much it. Like there's nobody. I can see. I cannot read these comments when I'm trying to talk. Um,
Oh,
um, that made me lose my train of thought. Yeah, no, he could only do a versus with Chris Brown. Like who else has like Usher has a catalog.
he
Usher
does.
has a
He does.
catalog. He has a catalog. Like I think people forget like his hits,
Okay,
like his hits
so
alone.
I'm gonna say this, and a lot of people may or may not agree with me. The only other person which I do believe that could be at his level or probably above his level, but we know it's never gonna happen, is R. Kelly.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, 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 no. I can agree with that. I mean, we know
Yeah,
that's never
like
happened
there's
unless
no
they
way
unless they're
that's
doing
gonna
it from
happen.
prison. Unless they're doing it from prison, that's not gonna.
You know what I'm saying? That ain't
Um,
gonna
I,
happen.
yeah, yeah, yeah. R. Kelly, no, R. Kelly got R. Kelly catalog is stronger than Usher's catalog. It's
Yeah,
point
that's
point
true.
blank period. You can argue with your mama on that. At least they gotta do it live from his cell. So bad.
Yeah,
No,
but
but
it's
R.
his
Kelly's
actions though.
Usher can't mess with R. Kelly's catalog. R. Kelly's catalog is just, it's bad when R. Kelly made a hit about a girl reminded him of a Jeep. You remind me of a Jeep. Like that was a hit. Like girls was walking around talking about you remind me. Like you realize he's like competing to like but like he made a hit out of saying somebody reminded him like girls reminded him of a Jeep, but it was a hit, right? And so they can't mess with Kelly. Yeah, they can. If you just talking about, whoa, I'm like falling apart over here.
That's all right. We are actually live.
If they're talking about just catalogs, we're not talking about him as a person. His catalog, they can't touch his catalog. We're not touching R. Kelly catalog.
All right, for a moment, we're just going to stop and we're just going to go over to the comment section real quick.
I'm gonna have to mute my mic because I'm gonna be laughing at these comments.
Okay, is he gonna grab anybody's girl up and dance with them? Guess we'll all have to tune in and find out. We'll all have to tune in and find out. And Avery said Saron must have liked Rihanna's performance too. Actually, Avery, Rihanna's my girl. And I know she was pregnant. But that performance,
it was giving very Mariah Carey trying to dance bare minimum. She was giving the bare minimum. The performance
that Rihanna did was, I enjoyed seeing her in her element and being pregnant and all that stuff. But when I tune into the Super Bowl, first of all, I don't care what happens before the halftime show or what happens after. I just tune in for that. Was it 14 minutes? I don't know how long.
Something like that.
But that was not it at all.
But she was pregnant. Like she was pregnant. It was good to see her because she haven't performed in years. And so we just I think it was just good to see her perform because you haven't seen her perform.
Yeah.
But she could only do the bare minimum. She was pregnant.
I understand that.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah.
Oh, and somebody said, Avery says good about from prison.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
So that's the last one. So right, she should have sat down some.
No, she shouldn't.
No,
she shouldn't.
Nah, like, you know what? Do you think? I think she can do a redo. I think Rihanna has enough say so and enough pull. For her, just like how Beyonce have done it. How many times Beyonce has done the Super Bowl? Twice? I believe she did it by herself.
Yeah.
She did it again with Bruno.
Yeah.
So I think Rihanna has enough power, to get it.
Elise Wood. Let me stop. I know her. Are you really saying Usher can go against Genuine? We talking about My Pony Genuine?
What?
How many hits? How many hits Genuine got? I'm gonna need you at least to put his songs. I mean, Pony, So Anxious.
Okay.
Am I forgetting something? I only know two. I'm not being funny. Tiffany, I know you know some Genuine songs. You got to put it in the comment because I don't know Genuine songs like that. I only know two. So in those jeans. I remember that.
Okay.
Elise says you. So Elise, put them in the comments. Genuine. I'm talking about his popular songs. I ain't talking about them songs that you listen to at night, like it's The Quiet Storm. I'm talking about songs they played on the red. Tiffany said that's it. You named them. Those are three. Usher and Genuine. That's not happening.
That's not gonna happen. All right, the last one. Stacy said the Prisoner album will be fire.
It could be. The problem is and I was about to say ain't nobody gonna buy it. No, people would still.
And then again, even if it's sold, every last dollar of that album will go towards the people that he did wrong.
That would be a good excuse for people to actually buy the album, because then you could say, I'm not supporting him. I'm supporting the victims while still being able to listen to good music.
Hey.
R. Kelly released that album.
We'll see. Hey, somebody on this podcast, and we go.
I got your title, Prison Diaries. Come on. Right
Prison Babe would be a good one too.
Prison Babe. Nah,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, no, I'm actually excited to see Usher perform. I
Same
was
here
actually
too.
I was actually talking to somebody about it, and I'm saying he has a lot of people he can bring out. Jermaine Dupri, he could
Mm-hmm.
bring out
A lot
Little
of people.
John, Ludacris. Like there's so many
Oh yeah.
people. There's so many people that he can
Mm-hmm.
bring out. It would be hot while he was singing. You remind me of a girl. Sorry, y'all, I can't sing that.
And then who would
Once
he
we-"
bring out?
And then have
Really?
Chili dancing around. It's never gonna happen because she dating one of them Lawrence brothers. But that would have been like dope. That would have been for the culture to bring Chili out and have her
Okay.
like dancing around, right? I
Okay.
mean, she ain't doing nothing else, but
Allegedly.
moving right along.
All right, we're gonna do one more thing. Then we're gonna go to would you rather. Now this is gonna affect everyone. We're talking about the government shutdown. Now, as we all know that if it's not reach a deal by Saturday, then it's going to affect everyone. So are you ready for this government shutdown if it should happen, Serge?
Uh, I'm actually tuned. I'm not being funny. I'm tuned out of politics. And I'm
Mm,
purposely tuned out of anything politics because I know that the election season is coming up and you're going to be bombarded on TV with it. You're not going to be
hmm.
able to tune out. I'm purposely tuned out of politics. Like I don't know anything about this government shutdown. I don't watch like I purposely tune myself out of politics. They're already talking about polls and who's up and who's down.
Hmm.
I'm not interested. It's too soon for me. It just brings my anxiety up. I ain't got time for it right now. I got stuff to do. I'll
Understand.
worry about it next year. But as
Mhm.
far as the government shutdown, I mean, I've seen rumblings of it online or whatever the case may be. I honestly don't think it's gonna happen because I think it would look bad for both sides if it happens. And so I think both sides are gonna do what they need to do at the last minute to
Mhm,
get something done. Yeah, it's not a good look for anybody. And you and I were just talking behind the scenes, and people
mhm,
are gonna people are gonna lose WIC and food stamps, and
mhm.
the military still has to work and not get paid. So it sucks.
Yeah, because I was just doing some research and it says for which I already knew this part, for those that will be affected, well, the top people though, a lot of people will be affected. But if
Yeah,
you work for the government, you're going to be affected.
yeah.
So active military members will go without pay. Thousands of non-essential government workers will be furloughed.
Mm,
Border Patrol agents will go without pay, and nearly 7 million people on WIC will lose food assistance and no access to farm loans or for farmers, and the national parks will be closed.
mhm.
So all the things that we like to do, they're going to be affected.
Yeah,
And while a lot of people, if you're in the private sector, it won't directly affect you, but for the people that work for the government, whether it be for IRS, housing, agriculture, you name it, they're going to be affected. Now,
yeah.
my question for you, for those who are in the comments who are watching, do you think that they're going to reach an agreement before the strike of midnight come Saturday? So hopefully, what I'm saying, it doesn't get that far because I know as a member of the military, like even if I don't get paid, I still have to go to work.
Mhm.
Yeah, myself and thousands of
Yeah.
others still have to go to work if
That's crazy to think that though, right? Because in my mind, I'm like, I
Mhm.
will never. Can you imagine telling somebody you got to go to work, but you're not going to get paid? Like, can you imagine telling somebody that? And so for
They
that to
will
be
look at you
some people,
crazy.
that's what I'm saying. So for that to be some people's like reality, like I got to get up every morning and go to a place and I'm going to pay. Like I honestly, I mean, of course you signed up for it. You didn't sign up for that, but you know it's a possibility, right? And
Hmm.
so in my mind, that just doesn't register to me. Like I'm like, there's no way I'm doing that. Like I will get, I don't know what they call them, AWOL, blackballed. up the wall, whatever the wall it is.
You better not
that's
go AWOL.
that's the wall I'm gonna be on, because the minute you trying to tell me I'm not getting paid, it's a wrap. you ain't getting no service. So I commend the government workers and the military for having to get up and go anyway, although you're not getting paid, but it ain't no way over here.
Avery said all those people affected should stop showing up for work and let the Senate panic, then they will do something. I wish I could agree with you on that, but we know that's not going to happen. And also, during the shutdown, if it should ever happen, the senators, all those people still get a paycheck, and they go home. They still get a paycheck.
Yeah.
So they still do. Tia said, I hope they don't F with city employees. Leave us be. Education department cannot afford it.
For real. You already don't have any money.
all I know is that it is said that if it should happen, I know that the Speaker of the House, Kevin McCarthy, whatever his name want to be, he's the one that's really pushing for the government shutdown so that they can prove a point. So today's Tuesday, and we will find out by Saturday what the deal is.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I can say.
I'll be tuned out.
Okay. And I'll keep you all informed. All right. We're gonna go to one of my favorite parts of the show. It's Would You Rather. So I'm gonna ask my question. And for those in the comment section, please, this is your moment to just let us know what you would do. Now, my question is, I actually have two, but I'm going to just do with one. Would you rather to give up sex for 90 days
3 months, okay,
or go without talking for 90 days?
So you have to give up one, talking or sex?
Yes, give up. Would you rather to give up sex for 90 days or you go without talking for 90 days?
Okay, so I'm gonna have to put this a certain way so we won't get flagged.
Please do.
Define no sex.
No sex.
Me,
None.
Not even. Hold on. Not even alone. No, not even alone.
Not even alone.
Wink.
Human being.
Okay, not even alone.
Not even alone, or with another human being. You wake up, you go to work, you do everything, blah blah blah. Nothing that has the word sexual intercourse at the end.
Okay, well then that doesn't count as alone.
No sex. Period. Period.
Okay, then no talking for me.
So you would go without no talking because okay.
Yeah,
so
I mean that actually wouldn't be all that hard for me, because to be quite honest, I don't talk that much in the first place. Unless I'm on this show, I don't talk that much in the first place. So
okay,
I'm going with no talking.
So you would rather to okay, so you go with no talking for 90 days instead of okay. All right, so for the moment, I'm going to come back and I'm going to give you my response. But before that, we're going to go to the comment section. Avery said he would rather give up sex for 90 days. But then again, that's 90 days. Well, okay, no comment.
90 days honestly isn't a long time. Like, you have some people who are not in relationships who that's like that. That's not a big deal. I don't think 3 months is a big deal.
And when I say no sex, I mean no form of sex, nothing.
No soloism, wink, wink, no nothing.
Nothing. Right? Everything that you learned about in sex ed, that what sex could be.
You're not doing it.
Nothing.
No, you got to picture yourself in church with the church fan in the pew. That's how innocent you got to be.
Okay, so Xavier said he will give up sex. Uh Masturbation is not sex. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Well,
Say,
it's a form of pleasure.
it's a form, yeah. So you have to give
Yes,
up all forms of
all
pleasure.
form of
Yeah,
sexual pleasure.
that's a good way to put it.
Avery said, "Hell, it's been 2 years and I'm not but oof."
This is what I'm trying to tell you. Like
Yeesh.
some people like
Avery,
it's normal for them.
more power to you. Okay, so I
See,
know
look how
we're
many
talking.
people are saying no sex. See, that's what I'm saying. Like this is
So
normal
I know
for
we're
some people.
talking about something else, but here's a genuine.
Oh, at least Elise is pushing genuine. She's determined to get a versus out of genuine.
So Brandon says, I mean, Usher still has more, but genuine has something. In those G's, same old G, stingy. There's love you more. So anxious, different pony. When okay,
Differences. Okay, all right, Elise. So what is that? All right, 5. That still ain't doing it. That
okay.
still ain't doing it, Elise.
But pertaining to the question, she says, I choose no talking. Tia said, I'll give up. I guess that's love or sex. She's trying to say.
That's sex. That's the
No
Christian way of saying.
no talking for me, according to Stacy. Uh, oh, I gotta JR said no sex. Uh, Tiffany says she'll give up sex. Braxton 6 to 6, no talking. Heck, I must please myself now. TMI. Okay. All
But
right.
you know what though? This is the interesting thing about this though.
Uh-huh.
If you're currently single,
Uh-huh.
that's easy, right? Unless you having your little one nighters, your little walk of shame tonight. That's none of my business. So we ain't gonna talk about that. Right? But if you're in a relationship, you can't say 3 months. You can't say, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't. Like, you know what I mean? And so it's funny to see. I'm wondering how many people who are saying like they give up sex are in a relationship. You know
Mm.
what I mean? Because it's like, oh, really? Like your spouse going for that?
I
Oh,
mean,
really?
right?
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And so, yeah,
Yeah. Oh, to answer Xavier, yes, of course you can text, but
that's all you're
no,
gonna be doing is
yeah,
texting.
you're
Like,
gonna be
there's no.
texting and you're gonna be wishing and wondering, like what it would be like.
So
Uh
this is kind of like a mixed thing. Some people said talking. A
yeah,
lot of people
some
said
I'm
they give
getting
up
it's like a
sex. Okay.
50-50.
Yeah. I
Yes, you
agree.
can help your dreams. Oh
I agree.
Lord. John said
So
he would go postal.
you already. First of all, let me just stop. We already know John over here. John ain't giving up. John
All
ain't
right, go
giving up
ahead.
yet.
Okay, so to answer it, what I would rather give up sex for 90 days or go to I would I think I probably would give up sex because I can go 90 days
Yeah.
without it.
That's what, see,
I
that's what I'm
can
saying. Like, although
because
I didn't say sex, but I think that's I think that'll be easy actually.
because when I look at giving up talking,
Yeah.
um, you have to talk. At some point in time, you have to talk.
Yeah.
Like you go to work, you have to talk. Like talking helps you mentally, emotionally. You have to speak what's going on.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
for me, it would be sex.
Yeah.
All righty. What's
Wait,
a
I
question?
have one though. I have a would you rather, right? So this is gonna be
Okay.
interesting, right? So y'all gotta follow me. And remember, we ain't putting this out on anybody. This is just curiosity, right? So would you rather know when you're going to meet your maker, when you're going to the upper room, right? Or how you're going to the upper room? So you have to pick one. You have to, is it when or how?
So for me, um, if I'm given those options, low key, I would prefer to know how. So at
Yeah,
least I have some type of control
yeah.
over the situation.
You're gonna get hit by a train, so you never taking trains again, right?
See, therefore, if
Staying away from
because
trains.
because because if I know how, I'm going to try to avoid
Yeah,
that situation as much as
yeah,
possible.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Because what is it? What movie I was watching? Is it Final Destination?
Probably so.
Yeah, when they in the movie they were figuring out how people are going to die, and
Yeah,
people were trying to avoid it, and then this up said
and it
you
was
were
happening
supposed.
anyway.
Yes, you said you were supposed
Yeah,
to die, and you keep
yeah,
avoiding dying. That's why other people around you are dying
yeah,
in your place.
yeah,
So I think for me, I prefer to know how I'm going to die
yeah,
versus,
yeah.
you know,
For me, I want to know when, because just for
when.
that reason you said, the how,
Uh huh.
in my mind, I would be like, no matter what I did, that would probably still happen somehow. Somehow
Uh-huh.
it will still happen, because if that's when you're destined to go, you're gonna go, right?
Yeah, you
If
gonna
you
go.
if you believe that, right? And
Uh huh.
so for me, I want to know when, so I know how much time I have and what can I do in that time. Because if I got another 30 years, I'm like, okay, I'm good. If you tell me I got 3 years, I'm gonna try and do as much as I can on them three
I'll tell you
years,
to have a
right?
week.
That's what I'm saying. Even if I have a week, then I know, hey, let me do what I got to do for this week to enjoy my life. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Versus me trying to say how, and then no matter what I do, it's not going to matter, right? And so for me, I'm going to say I want to know when, so I know how much time I
Okay. All right. Xavier said he wants to know when to. Elise says she wants to know how.
have. How?
Braxton 66 wants to know when. Um, Stacy said it could be when for me. Um, let's see. Elise said how, and then I'll ask if they can get an extension. Yeah, about that extension. Denied.
Yeah, for real, for real.
Melvin will love to know when.
When?
And Avery said when, so I know how much time. So I talk, have sex, go back.
See?
Why? Well, I think Avery, that the time has come for you to cut that cord and go back out into
For
the
real,
dating world, or if
for
not dating
real.
world, just go enjoy yourself.
Yeah,
Just go back out there and just be free. That's exactly what I would say
yeah.
for you to do. Yeah. What's going on with Kanye?
This is old, and we're not gonna spend a lot of time. So you know how I feel
Hmm.
about Kanye West, right? But did anybody? I know you guys saw this when he was
Yes.
on the boat with this quote unquote wife. I don't even know, Bianca, whatever her name is. I don't know what her name
Uh-huh.
is, and she was like doing the deed right
Yes.
there on the like
And they got banned.
they did. Like
Yeah.
that to me is just great. Like literally in public, like right, like it was crazy to me. Like I don't even know what to say no more.
Because
Like I
my
don't
thing,
even.
okay, he has enough money in the world that he could have gotten on his own little private boat and do it there instead of doing it on that canoe thingy that
You know
goes
what I'm
through
saying?
the water.
And it ain't nothing wrong with doing a little,
Yeah,
freaky, like,
but
oh,
come on
we
now.
out.
Public?
But you knew Camera, like you saw his like the crack, like
Yes, you saw the
he
yes.
was like I can't, man, like that was, yeah, no, it's a no for me. That's a
Yeah,
no for me.
it's
Like,
because he has more than enough money in the world to go figure out if you and then
man,
again in that country, like you probably could get away with that in the United States, but some countries like it's a no.
that's what I'm saying. Like, he's lucky because I don't know the countries per se, but
Hmm.
some countries he would have been in jail, like jail, like both
Yeah.
of them in jail, trial, prison for
Hmm.
doing something like that. Like these people be going, like John, who's in the chat, he travels all the time, going to various countries. Like
Uh-huh.
you guys better read up when you go to these countries. You better read
Hmm.
up about the laws and stuff because people be going to these countries, taking their little vaping pens or whatever it is,
Uh-huh.
not even realizing like you can get dead up hardcore prison time for like a vape pen or just the smallest thing because you
Just
didn't
go ask
realize.
Brittany Grinder.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm
Go
saying.
ask
Like,
her and see what happened, and you gonna end up in some
Yeah.
jail because of some politics because they want to use it as a pawn for these.
And I was about to say, and those countries love to get a hold of Americans and make an example of Americans. So when y'all be going to all of these countries, y'all better read up before you going over there with that foolishness.
I agree. Better read up.
At least
well,
I can't. I can't do
because
it.
I smashing behind it. Okay.
And then he had to do that walk of shame back to her resort room.
Yeah, and no, she was over there trying to like fix her coat that she had on something. I saw it. I'm like,
I hope you got a pina colada afterwards from the bar, right? Oh
okay.
God! All right, okay, this is too much. All right.
Yeah, indeed. So my question to you, we're going to go into something here. That you had here. What is something you think that should be free to everyone?
You already know this right here pisses me off, right?
What's
You
that?
know this ticks me off. This some things that we have to pay for as like Americans, right? For instance, and I don't care. Some people disagree with me. Why do we pay for water? No, I'm being serious. Why do we pay for water? I'm talking about the water that comes out of the sink, the water that comes out of the bathtub. I'm not talking about bottled water. Why do we pay for tap water?
Because it tastes good.
Why do we pay for water? Like, it doesn't make sense to me how the government charges you or whoever charges you for water, right? Like, that just doesn't make sense to me. There are some things that should be free, right? Just like basic electricity. Why do we pay for electricity? I'm not being funny. Why do we pay for electricity?
Because not people, those that have the power to go get it, they say, look, this is the way how I can make money. I have to go figure out how to manufacture this electricity and bring it to your home. So for your peace of mind, you have to pay.
It just, I'm sorry, it just doesn't make any sense to me. I understand you're paying for cars and homes and that type of stuff, fine, and clothes, because electricity, water, like water that comes from out, like no, we should not be paying for that stuff. Like that stuff should be free, right? Like you should. I'm not being funny. Like for electricity, I get it. Some people live in these big mansions and they use a lot of wattage or whatever the case may be. Whatever, fine. You should say each household gets a minimum of whatever it is for free, and if you go over that, then we charge.
Pay.
Yeah, then you have to pay. Same thing with water, right? People who like run water unnecessarily with them. Fine, I get it. Give something a basic minimum for free, and then charge the overage. But to just charge for basic, that just don't sit right in my spirit.
So this is after I say my thing, then we'll go to the comment section.
Yeah.
This is my thing. Why are we paying more for allegedly organic fruits?
Oh, you know why we pay more for organic. Well,
if it's organic, that means it's the real thing. It's no genetically modified. You go to the tree, you go to the ground, you pick it, you wash it, you eat it, or you pick it, you cut it up, and you sell it. You know what I'm saying? Now, it would make more sense for you to pay more for the genetically modified stuff because that's something that you had to do extra, took more work to get you more crops.
Yeah.
So why are you paying less for the genetically modified stuff and you're paying more for the one that
think about it this way.
Doesn't make any sense.
Think about it this way, and I agree with you, but think about it this way. A salad costs more than a burger and fries.
It does.
A salad.
A
good. I'm not talking about them 99-cent salads with it's just like that hard piece of lettuce in it. I'm talking about like a good salad, like a burger and fry is cheaper than a salad, like lettuce and tomato, like you know what I'm saying? And so I think their reasoning is I think mostly all healthy foods, they charge a premium on organic. I don't want to go through quotes, but organic, like
Mhm.
healthy
No,
foods
I
are
put
always
organic
more
because
money.
it's really not organic. They say
Yeah,
it's organic, but
yeah,
is it
no,
really organic
no,
or
no.
is it organically modified, genetically modified?
I think it's less modified. Put it that way. That's what I think is less modified. Like bottled water, uh, you know what I mean? Like, come on, like that bottled water ain't coming from no crystal springs or where the hell they get
Is
that
that from
bottled water.
Fiji
Allegedly,
or what?
allegedly, allegedly, right? Like we come on now. We know that bottled water ain't coming from no spring. Like they get some spring water. Come on now,
Mhm.
that's not happening, right? And so,
No, it's
but
not.
they charging a premium for it, and we pay for it and we drink it because in our minds it's like, oh, it's healthier than tap water, so let me do it.
Mm. They just put some iodine or iodine, how you going to pronounce it,
Yeah,
and just the right amount that is good for the body, so it
yeah,
tastes a little bit different.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, so okay, so you said some healthy food should be,
Yeah, like you
yeah.
should. Anyway, let's go here. Avery's saying America has a privileged mindset and thinking that we can do anything. That's true. This is going back to the Kanye situation. All right, Elise said healthcare should be free.
In a lot of countries, it is free.
Yes, I know. But okay, so in the general sense, it's free, but somebody has you have to pay in it with your taxes when you
Oh yeah,
work.
yeah.
I know that
But
has.
I would rather do that though. I would
Okay.
rather do that, like pay that amount, like Social Security, whatever.
Uh-huh.
Then,
Because I
but then,
think Canada and the UK kind of mirrors the
yeah,
same thing.
yeah,
Probably if I'm wrong, just let me know. But I think Canada and the UK kind of mirrors the same healthcare pathway.
yeah,
Tia said food.
yeah.
Food should
Well,
be
Tia,
free.
I know for a fact, grows her own vegetables, which is cool. She grows her own vegetables in New York,
That's
like
good.
like literally in New York City, she grows her own vegetables. It's
In
dope.
New
I be watching her
York,
on Yeah, in New York, she grows her own vegetables. It's dope.
concrete jungle.
Concrete jungle. She has a garden. Tia doesn't play with her vegetables.
All right. Avery said healthcare. Okay, so Avery and I we're in the same thing. Xavier said water and education.
Water and education.
Okay. Speaking of education, it's getting on hand with this education thing. Like tuition is
It
crazy.
keeps going up, and then they force you to go because they say, "Oh, you're going to get the better jobs if you go."
Hmm.
However, I know for a fact that I have people who come work with me who have degrees, who are in entry level positions, who don't even make enough to be able to pay back their student loans.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy? Like they had to get a degree, but now they're like sitting there in an entry level position, and like it's insane to me. Like it's crazy. I don't know
It
what's gonna
is.
happen, what they're gonna do. That's right, Melvin Newkirk. I forgot you actually grow your vegetables. Also, you've been growing your vegetables for a long time.
Yes. All
Yeah,
right, I'm about to get him. Xavier said fruits that are naturally grown on trees.
yeah,
Bingo.
yeah.
Let's do a couple more. They want to cut the ish off when you pay it.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. She's talking about the medical the
Oh,
benefits and
okay.
stuff, medical
Okay.
benefits and stuff. Cable's about to be gone because a lot of people are cutting the cord on
First of
cable
all,
and doing
people stop
streaming
using
service.
regular cable. People are now hip. They no longer pay that $200 bill, 175. Mm-mm. Those days are long
Yeah,
gone. You go
I
get a
got
streaming
yeah,
service and you stick to
yeah,
that streaming service. Go get
yeah,
YouTube TV, Hulu is just
yeah,
as good as Spectrum or Warner Brothers or
yeah,
Comcast or any of those stuff.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, all right. Education, go to the last
yeah.
set. Let's do Tia. She said I'm all for community gardens are essential to saving a lot of money and better health. And Melvin said grow my own vegetables as well. Last one. Stacy said got rid of cable a long time ago. I got Wi-Fi and all the streaming services and
Yeah.
can watch them all.
That's what most people are actually doing now. They're just using
Mhm.
streaming services, which is
Right.
exactly why
Yeah.
cut to real quickly the actors and the writers are on strike because there is no deal for them when all of their shows are now being played on streaming services. They don't get money for that. They were getting money for when it plays on cable, but not on streaming services. And so they're pretty much got like everything is going to streaming, and so they're not getting any money. And so that's the reason why they're out there. Well, the writers got like a tentative deal, but the actors are still out there. But hopefully they get what they want because everything is moving to streaming. So they should definitely have a deal on streaming.
Okay. Before we go, did you have your pop-up question?
I do have a pop-up question.
All right.
And this is going to be interesting.
All right.
We have to get down to some of your personal business, Aaron. Are you ready?
All right, let's go.
What is something about you that most people would not believe? Like if they knew, they'd be like, really? Like, I don't believe that. Like, what's something about you? You could think about it. What's something about you that if people knew, they'd be like, really? Like you? Nah.
I don't know.
You could think about it.
Yeah, that's something you should. Oh, that one stumped me. Yeah, that one stumped me. That they wouldn't.
Something they would not believe. Like, really? You? I would have never thought that.
I don't know. I could say probably they didn't think that I'm inclined in sports. Like I'm a sports type of person. Like I actually sit down and I watch.
Why wouldn't they think that? Why wouldn't they think that?
I don't know, because some people don't think I am into sports or active enough to play a sport.
You're in the military, not being funny.
I know, right?
Like, why would they think that?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like you're in the military, so why wouldn't they think that? Like I would think that you would, yeah.
I don't know. I can't think of something.
Yeah, I'm glad I stumped. Fine. I'm glad I stumped you on the question.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah. How about you? What would be yours?
Ooh, for me, something that people would be. I guess people who don't know me, I guess, would be surprised to know that I'm extremely antisocial, like anti-social. Like I go out of my way to avoid like functions, people, like people. Like a lot of people think that I'm being like I'm shady because like I never come around or like I don't take phone. Like I am literally like I literally have like an anxiety of places and people, like functions. Like I like always like if you invite me to a function, like I don't even know if I could go. Like I'm talking about like a big function. I don't know if I could go. Like I
actually know someone who's like that.
Yeah, like I just had this weird thing about. It's funny too because not like if I go to like Six Flags or something like that, movie theater, I'm fine. But like a huge party function, even family reunions, with my own family, like huge functions with like I tense up and I'm just like in the corner and I'm like, oh god, like yeah, I don't know why. I've always been that way. And people are like, oh, he's shady. No, I just have this like this fear, this anxiety of like social being. I was about to say socialism. That's not what that is. Socialism, being social. So that's something that people like. And I used to be extremely shy. Like doing this would have never happened just like 2 years ago.
Okay,
I'm done with that. No, I'm done.
I have an answer.
Go.
So people would be very, and then after this we go to the comments real quick. Would be surprised to know that even though I'm in the military, I'm afraid of heights. Yes, I will not do anything in the military or in life where it includes height, apart from being in an airplane. Like if I feel that if I look and there's nothing under my feet, that's a no.
So you don't get on roller coasters?
I do on certain ones. I do though.
Yeah.
Like if it's all the way in the air and I'm like, I could die. I will not go on it. On certain ones I will though, if they're not too far off the ground.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, now I'm doing the calculation. of the gravity versus the ground
Yeah.
and the in between. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, so if I fall, there's a possibility that I could still be alive.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I went to Universal Studios a few
Yeah.
years ago and I went on the Hulk, I'm like, okay, this doesn't look like I'm going to come out alive. I went on it once and then that was it. And then all the
Yeah.
other ones that were closer to the ground are the
Yeah.
ones that I went on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I love
another
roller
one,
coasters.
people would think because I'm in the military, I know how to swim.
You don't know how to swim?
I
Sarong.
just put my head in the water, do a little
Sarong.
swim around thing,
No,
and then
no,
I'm good to
nah.
go.
YMCA. Go to the YMCA. Take some swimming lessons. You're never too old to learn how to swim.
No, okay. So I can swim. I can do a little paddle here and there
Yeah.
and back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
don't expect me to come and save
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. This is a fun fact about me. The reason why I know how to swim now is because when I was 16, friends of my best friend, we went to the Poconos and I slipped in the 9-foot part of the pool and couldn't swim and I almost drowned. And the lifeguard was like talking or something, wasn't paying attention. She had to jump in because she knew how to swim. She had to jump in and save me because I was literally drowning. After that, after that, I went and I learned how to swim because I was literally going to die. And I was like, I'm never going to be in this situation again.
Interesting.
Now I don't swim in the ocean or anything like that because I still like I'm not doing it, but I can swim if I have to, like to survive.
Yes, for me, I can swim if I have to. You know what I'm saying? Like, short distances, do my thing and swim, put my head up, blah blah blah. But I'm not no professional swimmer, but I know how to save myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, that's good. I'm gonna put my head in the water, come back up, sit down. That's about it.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the comments so we can get inside some of these people's business.
Real quick. So Tavares said, I used to smoke Black and Mild. Just the fact that I smoke anything surprised them.
Not Black and Mild. Black and Mild.
Hey, that's something, right?
I know, right?
Tia said she's very shy.
I wouldn't have thought that, Tia. I wouldn't have thought that.
Is Tia a more outgoing person?
I don't know because like Tia and I met long time ago, like 2000 in New York when we was working down on Wall Street, and we clicked and we used to just like laugh at work all the time. So I always thought Tia was outgoing because we used to just be in there dying laughing, about to get fired every 5 minutes, like literally.
Okay, well I guess she.
So that fooled me. Yeah, that fooled me.
All right, Xavier said, "How are you from the islands and can't swim?"
Facts. Facts. You had all of that water surrounding you.
I had a whole Caribbean sea surrounding me. Yeah, so that's how I go. Marlmar is my first cousin. We did a demo rap tape back in the day.
Not a demo. Tavares, you did a demo back in the day.
Okay. Oh, Stacey said that they can't collab.
Oh, she wants to start her rap career. So we're about to go. So I got a really quick fun one. This is gonna be quick because we only got like 3 minutes, right?
Yeah.
So really quickly. So how much would it take for you to turn in your best friend or a close relative for a reward? What's the minimum it would take for you to turn them in? Your best friend. They did something, there's a reward. What is the minimum it would take for you to turn them in?
Is it something illegal or something?
Oh yeah. Oh no. They did something. Something. And there's a reward out. What is the minimum? Put that in the comments. How much you turning your best friend in for?
Go ahead and put in the comments, and after this, we will see it on Facebook and Instagram.
What's your price?
And we will definitely see.
Not Tavares, you gotta tell us.
My best friend in. Yeah, and how much is the reward?
No. What is your minimum? It's not how much it is. How much are you willing to turn in your bestie for?
Okay.
Stacey said, "How close is a family member?"
Because you got some far removed cousin. Yeah. All right, so go ahead, put in the comment section, and we will definitely reach out and respond on Facebook. But I want to thank you all for tuning in on this pop-up show. We will be back for season 3 with bigger and better things during the coming weeks to a month or so. Before we come back. So we will be back.
For
So I
sure,
want
for
to
sure.
official. So thank you all for
Yeah.
tuning in, and y'all did make this the show phenomenal tonight. So we will see you in the coming weeks. Alrighty,
Thanks for tuning in.
peace out.
All right. Later, y'all.